Hey everybody. So another revelation. How interesting those two words are so similar and it's only separated by one vowel. Okay, so you realize now, let's just put this all together. All the last, let's say, however many months and years we've been studying antibiotics, and you guys have been dabbling with all the different antibiotics that are out there. And then one doesn't work because you've used it so much. Then you switch to another one, and then you switch to another one. And then, lo and behold, the allopathic market and the holistic market have another conglomeration of antibiotic elements that's put out there on the market. And the reason why it works for some and not others is because other people have taken those elements, the body adapted to it, and it doesn't work on them anymore. That's the whole thing of why these things work and don't work for different people. Do you get that? So all the different negative elements that are being put out there by the FDA, that they've had to go through all the testing to make sure it doesn't kill you right off the bat, but you'll get some kind of temporary benefit like, oh yeah, your pain's going to disappear for a minute, right? Until it doesn't work anymore. And then you have to go find another prescription, another antibiotic to go deal with your pain. Do you see how that works? Because a body adapts. Pain is healing. And every single time you take something for pain, it's only for temporary because a body still wants to live. And pain is the body trying to pull the nutrients that you're sort of giving it, but you're not really maximizing the nutrition and the nutrition absorption. So it kind of helps you out by keeping you alive. And that's why when you're in pain, it means you're alive. But as soon as you're not in pain anymore, that means that your body, first of all, is being poisoned. So it kills the senses, and then, or you're dead. That's the whole point of this thing with the whole pain is healing. That's the whole point of my protocol, is to face the pain. The more you find all these different antibiotics like CBD oil, and why it's so like newfangled and revolutionary is because not everybody has used it. So the body hasn't adapted to it. The society has not adapted to it. So that's why it's so new and revolutionary. Until it oversaturates the market, everybody uses it, and it doesn't work anymore until the next conglomeration of elements that's going to then fool the body into thinking that, because it's going to go into an upset of homeostasis. And then, yeah, you won't feel the pain. It's going to help you out for a minute until your body gets used to it. And then by that time, you're on your 20th antibiotic, your 20th prescription drug, and you have to keep changing your prescriptions. So that's the whole point of the allopathic and the holistic industry, is basically they know the body adapts, and they have to keep up with the adaptation of the body. No different than the holistic market. Hey, Jason. Yeah, I mean, look, the body adapts. There's upset of homeostasis. So now you learn the basics of homeostasis interruptus, right? So there's 3 areas of where your homeostasis gets interrupted: by poison, by nutrition that you did not ordinarily get because it's bringing up the poison, and then by taking away an element that your body is used to. So what happens is with these antibiotics and whatever, what happens with all these antibiotics is that you now are taking it and your body is used to getting it. It's not helping your pain, but if you get off those drugs, your body goes into withdrawals. I mean, seriously, that's how it works. That's why some people say, oh, they're trying to hide the cures for cancer. That's a bunch of bullshit. They're not hiding the cures for cancer. The cures for cancer are so prevalent. It's all over the place. It's every single drug on the market that's being approved. Those are all cures for cancer and disease and chronic illness. Those are all cures. Bye, Jason. Every single drug, whether it's over the counter, whether it's prescription drug, or whether it's a weed out in your freaking backyard that you swear by, dandelion root, burdock root, marshmallow root, those are all cures. But you have people that are like, oh, the government's trying to hide the cures. No, they're telling you, you can't say that your stuff, whatever you're doing, is a cure. because that's only supposed to be for the FDA and biotech. They are the only ones that can say they have the cures for whatever that ails you. They are the only ones. We cannot. The reason why is because we have not put everything through the proper protocols, the regulations, to then list out whatever side effects, because side effects, which is really strictly for the medical world, telling you that it's basically upsetting all of the other systems, that can actually have different contexts based upon the meaning, based upon the understanding of what is going on with your body. And that's too much for the medical industry to go into because they want to live in one context. Okay? So yeah, that's why there's so many cures on the market. Because they know most people will try the CBD oil and then they go and try it. They do it for maybe like a couple months and it doesn't work. You know why? Because the body got used to it. The body adapted to it and now the pain returns. You know why? Because pain is life. Pain is healing. The body is trying to live. It's telling you we're trying to live. And they got used to that CBD oil. They got used to that CBD oil. So now it doesn't work anymore. So now you have to find the next thing. So then you're going to go find turpentine. And then you're going to go find what else? Dandelion root. And then you're going to go find what else? Milk thistle. And then you go find ashwagandha. And then you'll go find, oh hell, you can go through the whole freaking holistic aisle to all their little tinctures for all their little freaking painkillers. Oh, you might even find, oxycodone, oxycontin, Tylenol with codeine. You name it. Every single thing is a cure for pain, but it's only temporary. And that's why you have to keep changing your prescriptions, whether it's the allopathic, the holistic, or some herbalist who's doing homeopathic stuff. It's all the same stuff. It poisons your system because they're all negative elements and the body will adapt and then you'll be in pain again because that's how the body tells you it's living. That's how it's healing, is pain. So when someone says, oh, I need to manage my pain, your body's trying to freaking fight to live and you're fucking killing it. That's the whole point. So now I finally figured it out. Yes, they're making money off you. Yes. But there's a bigger picture than that. It's the body getting used to, it's adapting to those poisons. So the pain can't be, covered up anymore because the body wants to live. And the body will adapt. No different than when you're in an area like my area, you will adapt to the environmental conditions. And yes, you may get mutated because you're adapting to the climate. And then your body will be in homeostasis and you'll adapt relative to your environment. And then as soon as you change climates and change environments, you're going to go into another upset of homeostasis. And then the body will adapt. No different than your internal universe. That's right. You got to keep trying all the different strains. That's what the whole thing with the vaccines. The reason why, they keep peddling vaccines is because they want people to get sick to then warrant you getting the vaccines. So they realize that once you get one vaccine that has these specific strains, you're basically immunized forever. And then you'll be exposed to someone with those vaccines. That person's immunized forever. So then they got to create more strains, different strains, whether it's from, inadvertent, not, well, what is it? If it's a reaction because all the different vaccines put together create exotic illnesses, then they make a vaccine out of those exotic illnesses and put it out there on the market to sell it because someone that had this really crazy disease, right? And so they sell a vaccine for it, and then now it's in the population until everybody's immune to it. And then, of course, lo and behold, we need to make more money, create more strains to put out there to get everybody sick because that means that the body has not been introduced to that pathogen yet. Like, seriously, that's how it works. So there you go. That's the big picture. That's the big picture that nobody wants to admit. So this is for all the CBD salesmen. You're killing your friends and family. Bye.